Hello beautiful people, hello beautiful darlings, welcome to my channel. My name is Baba Lizzie Bay, and today I want to talk about something very topical in South Africa, something that's happening right now that is trending, and that is the zamazamas in our areas. So zamazamas, if you don't know, are people who go to landmines that have been closed down, and they still dig for gold in those areas around Joburg, and it's a big thing. It's a big thing in Joburg. To zama is to try, so they are trying for a better life. This now has turned into something extremely out of trying for a better life, because now they are endangering the society. If you will recall, like a few weeks ago in Krugersdorp West, 8 women who were filming something were allegedly raped by these zamazamas. They also stole their equipment. Apparently now they've located some of the guys who were involved in that horrible incident, and so I have a book very relevant to that situation, and it's this book right here. This book talks about the life of zamazamas in our areas in South Africa. There's, there are, zamazama is complex, guys. Like, this life is complex because you have people who are there not because they want to be there, who are trafficked to do that work, like the people who are featured on this book. So this book is called Dreaming of Light by Jayne Bauling. So this is a school edition, by the way. A cousin of mine left her book at home, and as a book lover, I grabbed it and I read it. What an interesting read. And I read it last year, and now this thing is just, it's cancerous now. These zamazamas are doing like, it's so big. Like in my area personally, I come from Kagiso, and you will know that Kagiso took a stand and said they would fight for their community, and they did a Kagiso shutdown where they went to Zamazama area in Soul City, and then there's another one not far from Krugersdorp, and so they went there in an attempt to close down those mine shafts. I believe it was successful. I think one person died, if I'm not mistaken, but it was just to say we are tired of these people killing our society. In the beginning, we knew about this, but it wasn't as toxic as it is now. This book basically tells us about these boys who are trafficked from neighboring countries such as Swaziland, Zimbabwe, Lesotho, Mozambique, these South African neighboring countries, and these boys are taken from their homes. They bring them to South Africa with the hope that they will earn a better living for their families at home. So they bring them this side, letting them know that there's a job in South Africa. We mine for gold, and gold is money, and you will be able to feed your family. But when they get here, they realize that that is just a dream, hence dreaming of light, because they take you, they capture you. Like this boy, before that, let me just read at the back, and so that you can get an idea of what this book is about and what the zamazama life is about, especially human trafficking, because that's what it's about. In the heat and darkness underground, Regile Dlamini has stopped believing in anything much. Boys trafficked from their home countries, kept captive and controlled by a man they call Papa Mavuso. Forced to work in an illegal gold mine near Barberton, Their lives are brutal, terrifying, and frequently short. In contrast to Regile, the young Taiba Naka or Nasa steadfastly believes in the legend of Spike Maposa, a Zamazama who is said to have escaped the horror of life in a mine. Above ground, Baba Mavuso's daughter, Katekani, shares Taiba's belief that their lives can change for the better, but Regile wants nothing to do with their unrealistic dreaming. Is Katekani right when she tells him the mine has stolen his soul? Or is it his humanity that is lost? So this is what the back of the book says. We are following a young boy, Taiba. We are actually following two main characters, Regile Dlamini, he's also trafficked, but now he has status because he's been there for long and he's trusted by Papa Mavuso. So he can run errands, he can get out of the mine shaft and sleep in a shack at Papa Mavuso's house. And then he's like an example to these young boys who are trafficked. So they will traffic the boys and then place them in that mine for a month or two without them leaving it. You know, they will bring food for them there, water there, but you know, the water and food is small, so they have to use it sparingly. So Regile is an example that they use on these kids to make them hopeful that one day they too will go out and, you know, feed their family. And he has given up. He has given up the idea of seeing his family, but he's consoled that whatever small money that Papa Mavuso gives him is sent back home. And then we have Taiba, he's very hopeful. And so he believes in Spike Maposa. Because Spike Maposa is believed to have escaped this life and is helping these young people to escape it as well. And so he wants to meet Spike Mavuso so much that even during the hard days when there's no food or there's no water, or if someone is hurt, someone dies, or whatever the odd situations that happen down those mine shafts, he will think about Spike and just be able to carry on and be able to do this thing, knowing that one day he's going to meet that guy and that guy will free him. And so this is, like I said, a school edition for grade 11, and it was published in, let's see here, it was published in 2015. So now this thing about Zama's trending is not something that is starting now. It's something that's been happening, but it's gotten to a point where now people are out of controls, because even in these mine shafts there are gangs, and we know of Basotho. These are the people who rule now in those mine shafts, and we've seen their videos doing rounds on social media where some of them have killed people. I saw this one, I can't even remove it out of my mind because it was so traumatic. Well, it was actually two. It was one where they were killing someone, and the other one, this guy had died and they had chopped off his head, you know, and they were kicking it like a ball. But these are the things that are happening now in South Africa, and that's why when those guys raped those 8 women, it became a big thing. Because look, this book was written in 2015 and in 2022 this thing happens. So that means it's been happening and it's gotten out of hand now, and our government has let it get to that point where now it's so hard for them to control it. And I don't know how they are going to, I don't know how they'll be able to stop this, because after that protest in Kagiso, like a few days, maybe 2 days after, I saw like 3 guys with holding their bags, because they mine on the other side and they leave on the other side. They were holding their bags. Now it was knock-off time and you could see that, oh, okay, this thing is still going on. So how is the question now? Do you stop this thing? Because it's affecting the community, you know? And also, it's such a complex topic. But yeah, I'm rambling, I'm talking here and there because this issue is just too big for words. It's too big, and I don't know how it's going to be resolved. The partnership between, and some of these things cannot prosper unless there's someone in the system helping them. That is my belief. And I believe that these things prosper because someone in the system is benefiting from it. And who now has the guts to do their research and risk their lives to find out who these kingpins are in this operation? Because we see it here on face value, but behind the scenes, we don't know what's happening. We don't know who has this thing under their umbrella. It's bigger than us. And yeah, there's a lot of money, but people like Taiba and Regile are just slaves in this operation, and they're risking their lives, and they die every day, and they get hurt every day because some of these mines have been closed down because of safety issues, and these people are risking their lives and they die, and their families don't know what happened to them. I don't know if you'll be able to get this book in the bookshops because it was like I said, a school edition. Let's see who published it. NB Publishers, Kalahari Publishing. So I think if you are interested in getting it, NB Publishers will definitely hook you up with it if they still have it. I don't know, but I'm just glad my cousin left it, and now I'm reviewing it to you guys. But this is just to make you aware that this thing that we are seeing that is exposed to us via media is bigger than us. And so how this solution will come about, I have no idea. But I'm praying for that solution, because these things happen in close proximity. Our children are growing in these areas, and how sure are we that they are safe? How sure are we that we are safe as their parents? Sometimes, you know, when I drive past there, and I think, like, if anything was to happen to me, because they can easily hijack you, they can easily just take you and rape you. That's what happens, you know, and they can just kill you. This Zamazama life thing is completely out of hand, and it's scary, and it's something that we as a community and our government need to consider putting it at a pedestal to come up with solutions to help our societies, our communities, because one day it's going to be war, and war that could have been prevented. So yeah, this is just me today, just telling you about my thoughts about this whole Zamazama business. I'm just going to leave my video here. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, engage with me, you know, let's talk about these these issues, and thank God for these books that are exposing these things to us. However, we don't know about them. I wouldn't have known about this book if my cousin hadn't left it at home. But yeah, what I'm saying is, let's talk, let's engage, like, comment, subscribe, and you know, do you have samazamas in your area? Let's talk about them. I will see you in my next video. Bye.